So I decided to serve with AmeriCorps following my time at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville because of the work I did around service learning. Throughout my 4 years, I did a lot of volunteering as well as service, and I learned about how service can be impactful. So I wanted to be intentional about my first year out of college and serving communities. And rather than making assumptions, I wanted to ask the questions to learn more and what is it that communities need rather than assuming what they want. I decided to serve with bridges specifically because of my time as a bridge builder when I lived in Memphis. Bridge builders changed who I was when I was a young adult, and it helped me find my voice, and it helped me realize that I, even as someone who can be really quiet and timid, can create change in my community. So I'm very grateful for bridges, and I wanted to give back in the best way possible.
When I was graduating, I knew that I was going to take a gap year. And in the process of graduating in the middle of a pandemic and trying to figure out, how do I work myself into the real world, I knew I wanted whatever I did to be meaningful. And after spending 6 years in Bridges and graduating from the program myself, I knew that what I could do here would be meaningful and would give me a chance to really hone in on my skills and my passions for social justice and health equity in Memphis, and how that relates to youth. Bridges and AmeriCorps gives me that chance to do meaningful work through service and community building, and give me a good chance to really learn more. I get to learn a lot with AmeriCorps and Bridges, a lot about service learning that I did not know, and then just a lot about myself and youth in Memphis and what they need and what they can do and how we can get it done.
So I knew about Bridges and I knew about AmeriCorps, and I saw all the great work they were doing. And knowing AmeriCorps and the great program that it is, it was a no-brainer when I saw the opportunity open up. I can see how just my awareness and the different issues that are plaguing our country, city, and then just being able to realize that youth have a voice, and helping them to realize that and use it. And so I think those were things I was aware of before, but never really focused on.
I mean, it's just made me an all-around better person. My favorite moment had to be this past summer overall, the Bridge Builders Conference. So that was really, really fun. It was very interesting to see not only the dynamics between youth and adults, and seeing how we can work together to come up with actionable goals.
I'd done some service with youth before, and I knew I really enjoyed it. But once I really read through and read all the things that we do, I think I just fell in love with the position. And I think after that, like that first facilitation that we did, where I did it on my own, I think I knew that this was what I needed to do right now. I think I've grown in a lot of ways, and honestly grown more than I think I have. My facilitation skills are definitely in a completely different place. This position has really given me clarity on what I want to do with my life.
I've always known that I want to work with students, work in education, and with virtual learning, being a teacher is much more difficult right now. But I think the adjustment that we made here at Bridges have made it really possible for me to continue working with youth in a different field than I've thought before. I've had experience working in the classroom, being a teacher, and creating those environments. But thinking about it in a youth and adult equity way has really helped me grow my skills as an educator. Hands down, my favorite moment was working with ESL students at Cape Bond, because there was a big fear in them thinking that I can't do Bridges because I have a language barrier. But just hearing the qualities they have, the stories they had, and the community that they make with each other really helped me see that they can do it. And I think seeing that inspiration come out through them, it really warmed my heart. And I think that's something I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life, really. Yeah, I think I've definitely grown with adding that scope of youth adult equity. I always thought about creating a safe environment for students, motivating them, but I haven't thought more about, creating space for them to have an input into the classroom. And it was something that I've heard about or read about before, but just the big push that we have here at Bridges about it really has gotten me to think about that, and I carry that with me for the rest of the time that I'm facilitating and when I become a teacher.